My name is Glenn Miller. In 1983, I was in my 20s. I moved to Juneau, Alaska, got a skiff, and started fishing the inside waters. In May and June, I caught king salmon, mostly around the Taku Inlet. On the average day of fishing, I could usually catch one. In the late summer, I enjoyed what I called the coho frenzy. Catching the limit of 6 coho was reliable at several locations. On a good day, I rarely had to wait more than 10 minutes for a bite. When the salmon were not in season, I targeted halibut. In the early 80s, South Shelter was good for chicken. A chicken halibut is a small fish weighing 10 pounds or so. If I went to the southwest corner of Shelter Island and dropped some herring bait to the bottom in 60 feet of water, I caught a chicken in less than 30 minutes. It was a good way to catch dinner. That stopped working in the late 80s. It was not hard to catch a larger halibut in a day if I worked hard or went to one of the reliable spots I knew. Here's a curious thing. Whether I was bottom fishing or trolling, I always hooked tom cod. I didn't want to catch cod, but they were always biting. The ones that came up from the deep would die, so I'd use them for crab bait. Now the cod are gone. I hardly ever hook one anymore. I used to set crab pots in the Gastineau Channel. Catching snow crabs was a sure thing. Then, in the 90s, the crabs got infected with bitter crab syndrome and the population nosedived. The crabs I did catch were mostly unfit to eat. As the years went by, I upgraded my boats, got better fishing gear and electronics. My fishing skills improved. But my catch rates declined in the 90s, and by the year 2000, I stopped fishing so much and spent more time camping and kayaking. Nowadays, if I go fishing, it's usually not around Juneau. The fishing in the inshore waters is so bad I never catch anything. Fishing further toward the offshore waters, toward the Gulf of Alaska, or at the village of Angoon is still good. But even in Angoon, the fishing has changed and declined from what it was when I started fishing there in the 90s. When bottom fishing at Danger Point, the chicken halibut would usually hook themselves up before the bait could reach the bottom. You can't catch fish like that at Danger Point anymore. I have a baby grandson. According to this graph, he won't ever catch fish like I have. From what I have observed while fishing since the 80s, the graph is correct. The game fish in northern southeast Alaska are vanishing.
Ooh! Oh, he's getting his feelers out.
It's moving. Is it bigger than Martina? Is it bigger than Martina?